as y'all saw in that quick, I guess, cinematic or montage or whatever, I did end up selling that Lexus. If y'all follow the videos, I put on one of them that one was the end, because that was the end of that build. And I went ahead and put that money towards this trailer. So for those of y'all that don't know, I do detailing. I actually haven't been this past 2 months, and I'm going to get to that really quickly. But that is my goal, is to have a detail shop. And so this trailer, I would rather outfit to be a mobile rig to be hauled by my truck versus that Lexus, because I didn't tell y'all, but the water tank that was actually in the back of that car decided to break, and it flooded the complete car. I want to say it was 2 or 3 days just extracting the carpet and cleaning it overall. And I finally got it cleaned, and the straw that broke the camel's back for me was the AC went out. I actually had that AC system redone already, so had the new compressor put in. It was working perfectly fine for like 2-3 months. Evap cores or something that's behind the dash went bad or is leaking, so I was just done with the car at that point. It wasn't worth the cost of fixing it, and I didn't want to pull the dash myself and do it, because I'm not as comfortable with that car versus like doing a truck for some reason. I don't feel comfortable doing it because I don't really know Japanese cars that well. But regardless, I ended up just selling the car as is. I ended up making just a little bit of money for what I had put into it total. But yeah, so that's where my mind was whenever I bought this trailer. I just wanted to, so this is a 15 by 10. It is 6-foot ceilings, so I can walk standing straight up. I'm about like 5'8", 5'9". So I don't have to bend over with like a 5-foot ceiling or something like that. That was one of the main things I liked about this one. It is a 2019, I was told, is when it was made, and it is a Lark trailer, so it's not, I think the company went out of business. From what the previous owner for this trailer told me, the company went out of business during COVID, so this is like, they don't make these anymore. Not that you can't get one similar, but just specifically a Lark brand one, they don't make them anymore. As you'll see, which I'm gonna flip the camera over. So as you see, I got a lot of work ahead of me. I am actually waiting. So long story short too, is so my detail rig, the Cat Eye, the 4-door, got totaled out. Long story short, girl crashed into it in a parking lot. Insurance didn't want to pay me for what it was worth. I had to fight them. Didn't get as much as I would like, but I did end up just taking it just to get it out the way and focus on buying another one. So I'm actually truckless right now, and I am currently trying. I bought another truck, right? It's been 11 days now since the truck was supposed to be delivered, and we're legit just waiting on the transport guy to drop this truck off. I don't know. The things they told me first was they delivered it to the wrong address, they pick it back up, then the transport truck messed up, so then they had to give it to another guy to add it to his load. And this was supposed to be, the truck was supposed to be, today is a Thursday, that truck was supposed to be dropped off on Monday. So I don't know at this point where that truck is, but I will give y'all a hint, and it will have its own reveal video since that Cat Eye never got its own. It is somewhat the same color, and it is a 4-door, and it is a GM truck, so just keep that in mind. I'm tired of waiting, because I've been waiting to work on this trailer until that car came, because that truck, it still needs work done to it too, something with the brakes, so that's what I was holding off on. And I'm kind of being lazy because I didn't want to do this whole trailer thing. First of all, I got to do trim, because I want to cover up these gaps in the wall, and I want to turn these walls white, and then this floor, if possible. I saw Matt Ross on YouTube. He ended up using some kind of grip paint for the floor, which I'm sure a gallon would be more than enough for this. Also want to go ahead and build a wall here so I can have like hose reels hanging on that wall and pulled out while I have the doors open, and then completely block off the other side. This toolbox is also going to be used as somewhat of a countertop for the side of the wall like I'm telling you I want to build. So it would actually be built in to that wall. That's my plan anyway. What I'm gonna do today, since I'm kind of tired and lazy, is I wanna go ahead and repaint this. Also, this is broken. So this actually broke when I bought the trailer, like the day of, with the guy there. and it completely broke off. And this one isn't gonna work anyways because it scrapes onto my driveway. So I'm gonna turn it into I'm gonna swap it out completely, turn it into one that has just a flat base, and that way I don't have to worry about the wheel hitting, because if you saw the wheel that's in the trailer, that's what it goes to, and it just fell off. I wish he didn't paint all this crap, but we'll just redo it. But that's my main focus for today, something quick and easy, just repainting this and swapping out the bottle jack. Probably won't go too in depth, just so I can get this video out, make it a quick update one. But yeah, here she is. And another thing I did to this trailer is I went ahead and before I left my job, I bought 3 new tires. So even that spare y'all saw towards the front, that is a brand new tire. These tires have 0 miles on them. Yes, they are 2024 Heartlands. I went ahead and tried to put some anti-theft lugs on it, but you know, you never know. I probably will buy a boot for it too, just so nobody takes it. I'm gonna go grab what I need. I have some black paint already. I need to go grab another jack or go buy one, and I'll check back in with you. Just came back from the famous Harbor Freight, and I was gonna end up buying the full jack, but I'd rather try this first since it seems like a cheaper option. It came out to like $6.99 with the coupon that they have, but it does seem that it should be the same. It's actually a bigger opening than this thing, and that's good because this one was too tight for the jack, even though I'm pretty sure it came with the jack. But what I gotta do is figure out how I'm going to be drilling the holes for this pin to go through it. And what I'm thinking is I'll just show y'all. I'll keep y'all updated. I can't show y'all while I do it, but just having it jacked up, or at least on the jack stand, putting it on, and then marking where the holes are, and then just drilling straight across with the regular drill bit. I did also try and see if these safety chains would work, but they are 4 feet long. And I think these are like maybe 2 feet, 3 feet. So the other ones are too long and they'll just drag on the floor too much. So that sucks. So I'm gonna have to return those, buy some other chains. But I did also want to go ahead, I don't know if I mentioned it, but repaint this frame mainly up here. And then if I'm gonna keep this jack, I'm gonna go ahead and paint this as well. So this is what I ended up using. You can find it at any Harbor Freight. So that's just a picture of how it's gonna look. Obviously mine's already mounted on. And you'll notice too, I had to drill holes into the actual jack because for some reason, this did not have anything going through it. And I think it was just pressed in. The biggest drill bit I had was the perfect size for this pin to go through. So that way now I don't have to worry about it flying off or anything. But got this done, so I'm gonna take this back off. I'm gonna start sanding everything, get this all down to bare metal, mainly the rust areas. And I'm gonna go ahead and work on this too. I'm just gonna zip tie it all together and then wrap this whole thing in electrical tape. So I don't have to worry about any of that getting shorted out because of water getting inside or anything like that. Got this one all painted up. I'm on the first coat on this side since I keep having to rotate it. And I do think that I have a run. If I can see that, it's like in that area right there. It's a very slight run. But I mean, I'm not too worried about it. This thing was already kind of dirty. Or not dirty, but it was already kind of painted bad. It's coming out pretty decent. It does look like it was dragged a few times. It's sheared off at an angle. I don't know if y'all could tell, but like you can see there, it's sheared off at an angle. And there was a bunch of overlapping metal on the inside in here that I ended up having to just hammer out and scrape off because it just looked really bad. It was really built up inside of that. So, and I'm just using, this is leftover paint that I had that I never, or actually I think I used this on my OBS truck and I just never got around to using it. Maybe it was the OBS or the Lexus, I can't remember, but as y'all saw, the tongue looks really good. I gotta wait for this to dry, and I'm gonna do one more coat. I'm just gonna let them sit till the next day. See, now I'm not no professional, but for just being rattle can, I think that looks pretty damn decent. So this is the final coat. You can probably barely see I have a run at the top. And I think for this quick rattle can and sand job, I think it came out pretty damn good. So I'm gonna call it quits on this and just let it dry overnight. And then I'll go ahead and I will reinstall it tomorrow. That way I can make sure the tongue is dry, make sure this is dry, and then we'll check on it tomorrow, see how it comes out once it's dry and not wet or anything like that. Just letting it cure right now, but you can see it's dry to the touch, but I mean, it came out pretty glossy. So I'm happy with that. And then also, I went ahead and did this. So I electrical taped the whole thing to seal it off from any water getting inside. And I also did zip ties along it. That way it doesn't get opened up or ripped open by anything unintentionally. It still has this cap on, and I noticed too that it looks like it used to have a wire to where it was attached to, so you can flip it open and not lose this cap, but can't find that. And I don't feel like rewiring a whole light assembly just for a cap. So I'm gonna leave this till I eventually lose that. But that's how we're looking so far. She's coming out purty. All right, so this is the end product here. For some reason, I guess I might have deleted the footage from whenever I actually got this all figured out and had it put together and everything. I had a whole montage and showed off a little project going on over here that y'all aren't gonna get to see yet. But it came out good, y'all. I'm gonna leave the chains. I'm not even gonna paint them. I know in the video I said I'm gonna paint them, but they're just gonna come back to this and there's no point. It's gonna be wasting material. Bottom came out perfect. Top came out good. Also, I know I mentioned this too, but this is not gonna get painted either. It's gonna be too much of a pain in the ass, I'm gonna be honest. And not really worth it, in my opinion, just because I feel like it's just gonna keep oxidizing like it's been. And this thing's also already scratching up this, which I mean, it's fine, it's a trailer. I'm not too worried about it, especially because this is gonna be put to work, like all trailers should be. But this is what we ended up with. The rails, they're gonna stay how they were. There was no rust on them at all, so if it's not broken, don't fix it. Yeah, they're two different colors or finishes, but I don't really care. At the end of the day, it's just a black frame, and that's all that matters to me. This right here, on that last part when I had it laying down on the piece of cardboard, it actually stuck to the cardboard. I think I'll be able to get that off with, if I get it like wet and then try to scrape it off gently, but I'm not too worried about that too, just because the overall finish looks fine. Last thing that I'll show y'all that I went ahead and did, I thought was pretty cool. I got my little baby logos on here now. Finally got set up with Square. Procrastinating that for sure. Let me know what y'all think on the interior. Specifically, if any of y'all have enclosed trailers and y'all are running lights, please put in the comments the lights you're running. I can't decide between a light strip or actual lights all connected to each other on each piece of the frame at the top. And then for the inside, most likely what we're going to be doing is white walls and either gray or black floor. Because I know the video I was mentioning was Matt Ross's. He has a gray floor. I'm a white and black kind of guy. Only reason I'm kind of iffy about the black is because if I drop a screw or any kind of tool or anything that's black, it's gonna get lost in the abyss of the floor, and that's gonna suck. But let me know what y'all think, what kind of lights y'all ran before. Let me know what y'all want to see and how far y'all want me to go with this trailer. I know how far I want to go with it, but let me know y'all's ideas and what you think I should do if y'all could redo a detail trailer. So let me know in the comments below. Follow me on Instagram. That's the only place I really keep up with, here and there. And then I'll catch up with y'all next time.